Hi class, this is Professor Rourke. So I wanted to make a video about one of the questions that I received from our class. So just one quick note, if you are ever working on any of your homework assignments and you're feeling particularly stuck, um, you can always select to get more help and send an Ask My Instructor question. Because when you do that, it comes straight to my email. When I open up the email and click the link, it takes me directly to the question that you're working on, and I can always just either send a quick email response back, or I could make a video like I'm going to do here. So this particular question is from 1.3 homework. This was question number 9. So if you haven't gotten a chance to work on this yet, or maybe you already have, and it can just help to give you a little bit more insight, I try to keep the videos quick so that you can view them and then just sort of move on. I know we have a lot to do in this class. So question 9 from the 1.3 homework says, class has 50 students. Use the second row of digits in the random number table below to select a simple random sample of 3 students. If the students are numbered 1 to 50, notice that says like 0, 1 to 50. What are the numbers of the 3 students selected? Okay, so this question is a little funky because the idea is that we're supposed to be selecting random people, right? And this is the best way, quote, to do it is to use a random number table. If it was a truly random number table and it was just like a random number, my math lab couldn't grade it because it would be random. So they wouldn't know what guess numbers you were using. So this is like sort of a way to ask you to use a random number table, but also to make sure that everyone kind of has the right answer. So it's a little bit of an odd problem because just of like the nature of it being random. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to first identify like where we want to look. So this one is this particular question. It could be different, but this question says use the second row of digits. Okay, so if you look at this like table, it says like line slash column. They're referring to how the columns are labeled 1, 2, 3, 4. And then the lines are like the different rows. So the first row, second row, third row. So for this problem, they want us to look at the second row, which is fine. And then what they want us to do is to select the 3 numbers. The part that can be the most confusing is that if we're asked to find students between 0, 1 to 50, that means because we're going up to 50, we need to look at 2 digits at a time. Okay, if it was just 1 to 9, we could just use a single digit. But because it's from 1 to 50 and 50 has 2 digits, we have to look at 2 digits at a time. In theory, if it was, I don't know, 1 to 200, right? The biggest number had 3 digits, then we would need to look at 3 digits at a time. So since it's just 1 to 50, we need to look at 2 digits at a time, looking at the second row. So first off, the first 2 digits in row 2 are 64. Okay, and then we say, okay, is 64 between 1 and 50? No, so we don't use that. It's trash, essentially. And then we go to the next 2 digits. 9 and 5 together make 95. Is 95 in our range? No, we don't use that. We keep going. Right? Sometimes there's like a lot we don't really use. The next numbers, if we look at the next 2 numbers, are 5 and 2. You kind of have to bridge the gap to get to the second digit there. So 52, also trash. Not going to use that. Let's see if we can actually get a number out of here. The next 2 numbers are 4 and 3. 43. Oh, okay. We have one of the 3 numbers that we need. So I'm going to go ahead and type 43. It says use a comma to separate answers. Okay, so 43, comma. Let's keep going. I'm going to go ahead and cross out 43. You can also always write these numbers down and see if that kind of helps you to keep track. Okay, next 2 numbers after 43 were 2 and 0. So that's exciting. We have another set of 2 digits, 2, 0. So I'm going to use 43, comma 20. And now we just need one more number because they want us to find 3. The next 2 digits are 97. I cannot use that. My next 2 digits are 44, which I can use because that's between 1 and 50. So using the second row, we got 64 is not good. Can't use that. 95, can't use that. The next 2-digit number was 52. Can't use that. 43, we did use. 20, we did use. 97, cannot use, and 44 was the last of the numbers. So I hope that makes sense. Again, that was question number 9 from the 1.3 homework. However, any of the questions, if you get particularly stuck, the help features are not helping you at all, then feel free to send me and ask my instructor, and I can either email you a response or I can always make a video, kind of depending on what's easier. For this particular problem, I was like, it's probably easier to kind of show visually what's happening when we're looking at the 2-digit numbers together on the second row. But sometimes an email written back, it works as well. Okay, thank you, class. Keep me posted. Let me know however I can help. And yes, I will talk to you all soon.